It looks like Samsung is about to repeat a move that many fans aren't too happy about. The upcoming Galaxy S26 series is rumored to come with two different processors depending on where you live. Some places, like Europe, will get Galaxy S26, phones powered by Samsung's own Exynos 2600 chip. Meanwhile, countries like the United States and others will get models with the newer, faster Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 or Snapdragon 8 Elite 2. This decision feels like a step backward for many Samsung fans. That's because last year, with the Galaxy S25 series, Samsung used the same Snapdragon chip in every model worldwide. It was a big win for consistency, and people were hoping Samsung would stick with that plan. But now, the old Exynos versus Snapdragon debate is back. Historically, Exynos chips haven't performed as well as Snapdragon chips, especially in areas like battery life, heat control, and gaming performance. While Samsung has made improvements with the new Exynos 2600, built using a 2nm process, it seems like they're still having trouble making enough good chips for a full global launch. That's why Samsung is playing it safe by selling Exynos models only in certain places where it thinks people won't complain too much or where it makes financial sense. Unfortunately, this means that European buyers might end up with phones that aren't quite as powerful as those sold in the US or Asia. Interestingly, Samsung originally planned to use the Exynos 2600 in every Galaxy S26 around the world. That would have been a big step toward making Samsung less dependent on Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips. But problems with the new chip's production and reliability forced Samsung to change those plans, at least for now. On the bright side, there's a bit of good news. Rumors say that Samsung is in talks with Qualcomm to manufacture the Snapdragon chips at Samsung Foundry. If that happens, it would be a big win for Samsung's chip business and could help lower costs while improving its reputation in the tech world. Right now, it looks like only Europe will get the Exynos-powered Galaxy S26 models, while the rest of the world will get Snapdragon versions. We've seen this before. With the Galaxy S22 series, Europe got Exynos 2200 models, while other regions had Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 phones. Many European buyers weren't happy about it, and it seems Samsung is ready to risk the same complaints again. What's not clear yet is whether all three Galaxy S26 models, the regular S26, the S26 Plus, and the S26 Ultra, will follow this pattern. Some leaks suggest that while the S26 and S26 Plus might get Exynos in Europe, the S26 Ultra will use the Snapdragon chip everywhere, just like the Galaxy S24 Ultra did. That could be a big deal for buyers in Europe who want the best performance. Personally, I've always believed in the potential of Exynos. If you look at what Apple has done with its own chips like the M series for Macs and iPads, it's clear that in-house chips can be amazing. Samsung wants the same for Exynos, total control over both hardware and software. Samsung has come a long way, moving from stabilizing its 3nm chip process to developing 2nm chips now. If they had stuck with a 3nm version of the Exynos 2600, maybe they could have pulled off a worldwide launch. But by pushing for the latest technology too quickly, they ended up with a chip that's not quite ready for every market. In everyday use, most people probably won't notice a huge difference between the Snapdragon and Exynos versions. But for tech fans and mobile enthusiasts, this kind of regional chip split is frustrating. At the end of the day, the Galaxy S26 series will be powerful phones, no matter the chip inside. But the Exynos versus Snapdragon debate isn't going away anytime soon. Whether this decision will hurt Samsung's sales in Europe or turn out fine remains to be seen.